Welcome to our EVTech classes. Students, last class we have discussed all about the animals habitat, different animals habitat. Okay. So today we are also going to discuss about how the different other animals are they are living in very cold region. Okay, at the poles, that is pole. Okay, so look at very carefully, student, in this picture. See, student, at the pool means in this pool the environment is too cool. In this environment, which type of animal they will live, they can survive here. You can see Arctic tern, it is one type of bird, they can live, and polar bear also, and caribou, Arctic fox, penguin, that is husky dogs, that is walrus, seals. This type of animal they can survive very cold region, that is called at poles. Okay, so now we will come to one by one. We will discuss polar bears are the master of the Arctic region. Okay, see here, the polar bears is the master of the Arctic region. Since it is very cold, yellow white fur help them to blend in with their habitat. Yellow white fur, you can see this is the yellow white fur. It will help them to blend with their habitat. They can stay in this region with their help of white fur. A thick fur coat made of two layers. Their body is made of two layers. Inside the layer is very thick, made of short hair, and the outer layer has long hair. Okay, these hairs hollow and trap the air, keeps the body warm. Okay, their body is two layer of is coated with two layer. Okay, the thick layer that is of fat, that is called blubber. The thick layer is fat, very fat. Under this fur insulate the body and act as a storehouse of food when food is hard to find. Understood, students? See, if winter will come, we cannot control our winter. We will feel very chilly. We never ever control this. We cannot adjust with it too cold. So we need coat and jacket. We will wear the winter dresses. But you think how these animals they will survive in this too cool region. Okay, because of their natural body. Their body is made of two layers. One thick layer that is of fat, that is called blubber. Under this fur insulate their body, act as a storehouse of the food. If food will not get very easily in this region, then the fat will convert it to food. Okay, the very powerful legs enable swim for a long distance. You can see the legs, they can swim with their legs. Wide, large and paws help them to and snow rough soles give. Okay, wide and large paws help them and snow and rough soles gives. Their paws help them to walk on the snow and run the snow. They can close their nostril under water. Their nostril they can close under ice water. So water does while swimming, water does not get in. Understood, students? Walk and looking for prey. To walk on ice them form the grip. Okay, rough and slow gives them to form the grip. Okay, they can walk easily and they can close their nostril while swimming the underwater, so water does not get in. Okay, while swimming inside the water they can close their nostril so that water cannot go inside the body. Hair on their fur stick together when their beards get wet. Okay, when they will swim in the water, the hair will get together and thus preventing ice water from the entering the body. Okay, so it helps to prevent ice water from entering the body. So this is the way they can survive in this very cold region. Okay, students? So it is naturally they got this type of body. Now we will come to penguin, how they will live also in this very cold region. Okay student, penguin lives at the other extreme part of the world and around Antarctica. Penguins don't fly but are excellent swimmer. Don't fly but they are very excellent swimmer. They have streamlined bodies and webbed feet. You can see streamlined bodies and webbed feet. Okay, you can see the penguin's figure here student. Their wings are shaped like flipper. The wings you can see like flipper. Like you can see student, like aeroplanes. Okay, like flippers which help them to almost fly under the water. Under the water it will help. This flipper will, this are called flipper student. Okay, flipper, you can see this is the flipper. It will help to swimming very fast under water. They tightly packed. Unlike other birds, their bones are heavy and solid. Their bones are very heavy and solid, so they can stay under the water for long. They can stay under water very long. They have tightly packed to provide waterproofing feathers which overlap to provide waterproofing and warmth. Their feathers are coated with an oil and which help them to survive in freezing water for days on end. Okay, they oily like structure, their feathers coated with oil like structure. It will help them to survive in freezing water. Okay, whole day. When they are on land, the dark colored feathers on their back absorb and trap heat. Okay, see their body, you can see this is the black color. When they are in land, the dark color, this will trap the heat from the, okay, from the sun. They also have thick and skin and thick layer of fat under the skin. Under the skin, how the polar bear have thick layer of skin, these also have a very thick skin and thick layer of fat under the skin. How polar bear also have the thick layer, that is called of fat. They stay huddled together in huge groups to keep each other warm. See how they will huddle together, means they will stand each other very closely. Okay, like huddle together means they will get warm from each other. They will get warm. This warm will help them to prevent from the freeze. Okay, so they becomes huddled together because they will get very warm. So this is a social behavior they have adopted to overcome the harsh Antarctic condition. Okay, harsh Antarctic condition. How much cool they are, how they will survive because of this region and because of their character of body and because of the feature of the body, they can survive and they huddle together because it keeps the body very warm. Understood students? So now we will come to the desert part. You see, in the desert we can see different types of animals are there. Just before we discuss about the cold area, now we will go to the desert area. In desert area, how the animals they can survive. So in that is the desert area students: scorpion, ground squirrel, desert mouse, sand living lizard, fennec fox, desert lark, camels, cactus wren. So how they will live, and slide winder, this is the one type of snake, slide winder. How this type of animals along with some plants, how they will survive in desert area. Okay students, understood? So first we will discuss about the camel. How much is that? It's too long also. So camel student, camel is known as the sheep of the desert. You know before, desert are hot and dry and wind blows sand all the time. There is no water, very less water is there, and everywhere you will get the sand. How you can see here in this picture. So camel is called sheep of the desert. Long eyelashes prevent the sand from the entering its eye. Eyelashes are there so that the sand cannot enter to the eye. Long eyelashes, okay, can close its nostrils so sand does not get in, and this keeps, okay, ears are covered with hair, and this keeps the sand out. Okay, so means every according to their habitat, their body is naturally made. Okay, they can survive according to their this environment, because the body has been made like this. Understood, student? So their God already made their body according to their habitat, means according to their environment. So thick eyebrow shield its eye from the hot sun. Thick eyebrow shield. Big wide feet you can see enables it to walk on sand easily without sinking into it. Can live for weeks without food and water, because they can live for weeks without food and water. When it is near a water body, it can drink about 40 to 50 liter of water at a time. Okay, because you can see here the water can store, and they can take water 40 to 50 liter of water at a time. So they don't need, if they don't get any food for 1 week, they can survive without food and water, because at a time water they will take 40 to 50 liter. Stores fat in the hump, which later uses for energy. That hump they will store energy fats, where later they can get it. Okay, thick leaves enables it to eat the prickle desert plants without feeling pain. Okay, thick leaves enables to eat the prickle desert plant. Very thick leaves are there or mouth, they can eat the prickle desert plants without feeling any pain. Understood, students? Again we will come to fennec fox. Has large ears which helps to lose heat. Here you can see, as well as here the insect on which it prey from a great distance. Through the ear he can find out the prey and he can eat. Then we will come to ground squirrel. Use its thick extra bushy tail you can see, student, as an umbrella cover over its head to protect itself from heat and the sun. It will protect itself from the sun. Okay, then we will come to sand living lizard. Can hold itself feet away from the sand if the sand becomes too hot for it. You can see, student, can. Now we will come to sand diving lizard. Can hold its feet away from the sand if the sand becomes too hot for it to move. It thus cools its feet in the air. It can leave the sand. You can see how his legs are away from the sand. Understood? So he can hold the feet away from the sand and it can get cool. Now we will come to sidewinder, means it is one type of snake. Easily slides over the soft sand, its body barely touching the hot sand. Okay, it moves sideways. It moves very sideways. How he is moving, just you can see, very sideways he can move. Very slightly, barely touching the hot sand, not whole body touching, very barely. Understood, students? So next class we will discuss about rainforest, how they in rainforest the animals are living. So this is the animals habitat for which they can live in different regions. So I hope all of you clear about it. Go through the video. So thank you very much, students. Take care.